Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the London Monarchs and the Houston Oilers. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This will be caught at about the 3. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down. It gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green, 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now a first down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got time. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And he comes back with one complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's into the clear. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Can't find anyone open. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard! Leopard!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go now. Back it up, Charlie. Here we go. Watch it now, Marty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down following the incompletion. Another pistol look here.
Now let's go. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Shift together here from the D-line. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And it's A.J. McCarron that's summoned from the bench to replace him. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron, surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach half. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for a Houston first. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's McCarron. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. McCarron to throw on 2nd down. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. McCarron to throw once more. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And again, it's McCarron. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their big tight end. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And they will line up now for the two-point try. McCarron going to try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a first down.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go. Green.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will swell the lead to 16. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now McCarron throwing on second. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now McCarron. He'll rifle this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd down following the run. Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And now out comes Houston, and following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come out here in the eye. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
They come up in an offset eye. McCarron to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's McCarron. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now out comes Houston. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they got 29 yards there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From midfield, here's McCarron. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always touch.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him 1 short of the NFL record of 8 field goals. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And now back out comes the offense. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver, 79 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding time. He's going to slip. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
His throw caught at about the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting in no way.
Popping nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad man, but I only got the best intention. Tougher, tougher, not a bluffer.